boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, how are you doing today? So I had had a couple jobs scheduled for today. Cleaning up a tree that fell. Well, we were just gonna chip it. We were gonna leave all the firewood. That was for a friend of mine. Actually, for the guy that got me into tree work. Well, I don't want to say he got me into tree work, but he opened the door for me to go into tree work. Back in 2006, when I hope you can hear me. Truck's kind of loud. I got a very heavy load behind me. Very heavy. I'm poking along doing 48 down the 4-lane. So, you know, just minding my own business, staying in my lane, just letting all these cars go by. But so back in 2006, when the economy crashed, I had just graduated college and I couldn't find a job. So I got a job working for Jesco doing construction. Worked there for about 6 months. I was laid off 3 times. And then finally that third time, I really started looking for something else. So I got a job doing tree work for a right-of-way company, S&S Line Service. And the guy that I was doing the tree job for today, this morning, he's the one that hired me. Well, he didn't hire me, but he put in a good recommendation for me, and the company hired me. So, and he had some say so. You know, his word meant something. So, and then it turns out I was good at it, or I try to be anyway. Started out chipping brush, and I mean the rest is pretty much history. And back in 2006, when the economy crashed, I mean, nobody could find a job. Well, I guess I got hired like beginning of 2007. That was when I got hired. So, yeah. So, how many ever years ago that is? But I remember the funniest thing. He's country, and he talks real country. I mean, real country. And he's always got a chew in his mouth. So one day we pulled up, you know, at the end of the day in the park up, and he was sitting there in his truck, and he was a boss man, you know, so he never really got out of the truck unless he had to. But he was sitting there in his truck, and he kind of, you know, motioned me over. "John boy, let me talk to you for a minute." I said, "All right. What's going on, Hot Rod? What you need, sir?" "Well," and then he'd take his cup like this. "Well, son, I'm gonna tell you something." I said, "Yes, sir. What you got to tell me?" "Son, I got to tell you, you got a knack." And I said, "A knack? What you mean a knack, Mr. Rodney? Like, what are you talking about, boy?" "You got a knack." And I said, "Mr. Rodney, son, you're going to have to elaborate a little bit. I mean, I know what a knack is, but what are you talking about? He said, son, I got to tell you, you can piss somebody off better than anybody I've ever seen in my life. I just laughed. I said, Mr. Rodney, what in the world are you talking about? He said, I just got off the phone with so-and-so, and they are fighting mad at you. I said, okay. Don't know what in the world I did to piss them off, but all right. He said, son, sometimes I believe you could just get out of the truck in the morning, and they just mad just seeing you. I said, all right. Granted, at this time, I mean, I'm 19 years old, full of piss and vinegar, young and dumb, thought I knew everything, just, but, I mean, I wasn't trying to make people mad. I guess it just happens that way sometimes. But anyway, so, I saw him the other day, and he said he had a tree fall down, and I said, Mr. Rodney, let me come help you with that. So, took the bucket truck and the chipper over there and started working on that. And then my buddy called. He does landscaping. He said, hey, look, man, this tree that I got to clean up, which he had already told me about it. He said, this tree that I got to clean up, it's a lot bigger than what I thought. And he actually video called me and he said, what do you think? And I said, man, I said, no. And he had rented a mini excavator and a dump trailer. He was gonna cut it up, and haul it off, but the dump trailer that they gave him was like 6-7 foot long, had little 2-foot walls on it. I mean, little tiny thing. And this is a big old oak tree. This sucker's probably 40 inches on the butt, not including the root ball of the bell. And I told him, I said, man, no. Because I was originally just supposed to go over there and just cut it up, with my big saw. And then, in pieces he could handle. And they were supposed to clean it up. But I told him, I said, look, man, let me bring my dump trailer and let me bring my bucket truck and chipper over there and, because you're going to have to make 12 loads, 12, 15, 20 loads with that little bitty trailer you got. I ain't saying you can't get it done, but it's going, you're going to cost yourself a lot more money. He said, well, man, just come on. So we shut the job down, headed to Oxford to go do that, and it's 5:30 or something now. Got the job done, but it was the oak tree and 2 cedar trees, because when the oak fell, it tore up 2 cedar trees. So he had to cut those down, which I wanted the cedar anyway. But he Senatobia got themselves a police escort. They must be coming back from I believe that's going to be a basketball team. Man, that cop is like, I know y'all can't see it, but that cop is like 4 feet off the rear end of that bus. I mean, if he was any closer, he could smell what the kid in the back seat of the bus was having for a snack. Anyway. So, but I mean, hey, I was glad to help him out, which he paid me, but he does landscaping, and it was one of his customers. He doesn't really do a lot of tree work, so, he more or less just needed my equipment and my saws, and his guys were there to help us clean it up. So I took 1 load to the Oxford dump, and they charged $100. It was, the first load I took was 10,000 pounds. they charged $100 for me to dump that load. Which, I mean, I took him the receipt and he paid for it. My gosh. $100 dadgum dollars to dump the crap. And it's just wood. It's not trash. I mean, it's not radioactive. But, I mean, I guess, you know, you got to take a bulldozer or something, push it off, burn it, do something, whatever. But still, that's pretty steep. And I asked them, I said, what do y'all charge per ton? They said 28 bucks. I got doing the math. I was like, maybe your cap is $100 bucks. I don't know. Anyway. But we, so dumped the first load, and then while I was dumping the first load, his crew and my crew got everything chipped up, and then the neighbor wanted the chips, and you know, he told him, he said, all right, you can have the chips, but you taking the whole load. You know, we're not gonna dump out just half a load or whatever. And he said, that's fine, dump it all out. Well, he said, where do you want it? You know, do you want it off the edge of your driveway out there on the back? He said, no, just drop it on the concrete at the end of the driveway. But drop it on the concrete. I said, are you sure? You want it on the concrete? Yeah. Dump it on the concrete at the end of the driveway. Okay. So that's where they dumped it. So then I got back there, and they already had the limbs and stuff chipped up. So then I got the second load, and we loaded this dump trailer full. I'm talking about to the brim, over the brim, cup runneth over, full. Then brought his dump trailer up there, got all the rakings and everything, and put it or everything we could fit in that little dump trailer. And then we brought the bucket truck up there, opened up the door, and got the cedar logs and shoved them in the back of the bucket truck. I had to cut them off like 9.5 foot to get them in the back of the bucket truck. The bucket truck was 11 feet. So I cut them off 9.5, and we got all those in there. And there's still a handful of limbs on the ground. I mean, just a handful. But they got to come back tomorrow and fix all the ruts, because he had that Mini X in it. He didn't tear the yard up, but he's going to come back and fix the yard. But all in all, it was a good day. I'm headed to the dump site back in Pontotoc because it's free. So no way I was paying $100, which it was probably closed anyway. No way I was paying $100 again to, or making him pay $100 again to dump. So, let me see. Maybe can y'all see me? No? Okay. Well, I was going to try to turn the flashlight on, but I don't know how to turn it on. So, but all in all, I mean, a good day. Got to help a buddy of mine out, you know, made some money. But I'm going to tell you what, I am going to catch heck trying to get this out of this trailer. As I know for a fact, this trailer is not going to dump this load. It'll tote it, but it is not going to dump it. I'm going to have to get blocks and my jack and start jacking it up, put more blocks underneath it, jacking it up, put more blocks underneath it. But, I mean, it was last load. We had to get it out, so, you know, it wasn't like I could come back for a second trip. So, it is what it is. And I'm on my time now, so hey, if it takes me an hour or two, you know, to get it done, that's not a problem. Just, you know, I think the heaviest load I ever hauled, I loaded some gravel in this trailer, and I didn't realize how heavy that crap was. But I loaded some gravel in there, man. Me and my wife and my parents we worked on trying to get that crap out. I guarantee you, probably about 4 hours. I had a tractor on one side picking up with a front end loader. I had jacks on the other side picking up with the, and then also picking up with the dump, with the hydraulic cylinder on the dump trailer. And me and my dad were doing that while my wife and my mother were in the back hand unloading rocks. Just taking a shovel and just shoving them out. And finally we got that sucker dumped. But this cylinder on this thing is weak. And if it doesn't have a hot battery, it's really weak. So, and I gotta fix this plug-in because it's not charging. It's supposed to charge the trailer when I go down the road, but it's not doing it. So I gotta fix that. But yeah, I know I'm gonna catch heck dumping this thing out. But hey, it is what it is. The job is an hour and 15 minutes from the house, so I wasn't coming back for a second load. Or a third load. But anyway, just wanted to check in, give y'all a little recap, So, yep. Maybe I'll film some down there at the dump site. I don't know. I probably will. So hey, catch back with y'all in just a little while. What's up, guys? All right, so got the jumper cables hooked up. Boom. Running back here to the dump trailer. Got that plugged up. That's gonna be charging the battery. All right, so I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, here's the at the dump site. Yeah, okay. Some big old pine right there. I didn't dump that out, somebody else did, but it'll give me something to stand on. So, as I told you, there's the load. Dump trailer, load. And yeah. So, and she is, I'm gonna say you sent her a little hard there, son. Yep. So, yeah. Big Tex, 18 foot, and it is loaded. Absolutely loaded. Front to back, coming out the gills. Okay? With some big chunks. So, yeah, I don't know, what is that? About, yeah, I'm gonna say it's 28, 30-ish right there. And that's one of the smaller ones. Let me get back up here on this pine. So, yeah, can't even see my truck over the top of all that. But there's one of the bigger pieces. So, yeah, that's 35-ish right there. Something. There's man, that was a big old pine. Golly, that sucker's big. Wonder where this sucker came from. Oh well, I don't know. Where's the other part of it? Oh, okay. Yeah, so like there's a big piece right there. I think that was the butt. Can't remember. The root ball's in there somewhere as well. So, can you see me? No, absolutely not. Can't see me. So, well, hopefully you can hear me. Yeah. Now I'm on. So this reason right here, I know that the batteries on the dump trailer are not up to charge. So that's why I'm letting them, run. That's why I hooked them to the truck. I've been through this before, okay? Where the trailer would stop charging and then the batteries would go dead. And then you're at the dump site and you're like, crap. So I keep 2 sets of jumper cables in the truck. So that way it reaches to the back, to the dump trailer. And also I keep a jack on the truck with some blocks, so that if the trailer is struggling, I can put the jack underneath it and get her on up there. Here we go. Now I'm gonna get my happy rear end down off these logs. Man, that is a big freaking pine. My gosh, look. Okay, so there's my foot, and there's the pine. I didn't cut this tree down. Obviously it was a co-dominant with the big split in the middle. I just noticed that. From the look of the wood, it looks like it was kind of dead. Oh, hey, there's half of it. I don't know, that sucker ain't dead. That sucker's good. But no, this sucker needed to come down. But yeah, okay, so that's why it was so big, because it's a co-dominant. I got you. All right, so there's one side right there. You can see the co-dominant portion. That, and then I'm assuming, where's the other side? That's not it. Hold on, I got distracted. Is that it? No, it's not it. No, that's gonna be a top. I don't know where the other side went. I didn't dump any of this out. I was just curious. But yeah, no, that definitely needed to come down. I'm surprised the stump didn't bust in half. Yeah. But with the fiber, it's not dead, but with the fibers, it looks like it was on its way out. Maybe. I don't know. These fibers, they just look really dry to me. Maybe it's because, you know, we're coming out of winter and the sap's still down. But I mean, there's no sap up here. Nothing. No sap down there. Oh, hey, there's a little sap right there. See that? It's a little sparklies. Yeah, so there's some sap right there, and that's gonna be in the top. But down here, well, there's a little sap. This is the notch. There's a little sap right there. So this was half of the notch. This is co-dominant part. Let's see. What do you think? I'm gonna say it's probably about a 25-inch bar. So you can see the cuts. So this one came from that side over there, and this one came from this side over here. So I'm gonna say it's a 25-inch bar. So this is 40-ish, 50-ish. No, it couldn't be 50. I'm gonna have to measure this. Hold on. That's no. Let me grab my tape measure. Hold on. I done got myself curious now. All right, handy dandy tape measure. Whoop. Love these. Love these. Okay. What did I say? 45? 45-ish. Go from that side. Oh, look at that. 48. Yep, 45. Or I said 45, 50-ish, you know. And it's 48. 48 across the stump. So that was a, let me measure this. He used a, oh, that was a 32-inch bar. Okay. Yeah, once you take into account the dogs, yeah, that's a 32-inch bar. Okay. So, yeah. And if we measure from this other side, on this cut over here, get off there. Measure over there. Yep. Yeah, that's a 32-inch bar. Huh. All right. Cool. Well, let me go on and, there's my big saw. Let me go on and grab this jack right here, and I'm gonna, and those 2 blocks right there. And then I'm gonna put it right here underneath the side of this trailer and start jacking this thing up. Because as I told you, you push the button and no lifty. No lifty. All right. Yeah, see. Be back in a minute. Okay, so call me redneck if you want to, but I've been through this a couple different times. You know, so, and you adapt and overcome. Hey, I love this trailer. It works great. It's pretty big. So it's a little difficult getting in and out of places sometimes. But it's, you know, it gets the job done. And it will haul a lot. It'll haul a lot. That load earlier, that was 10,000 pounds. I mean, it dumped it out. But I'm gonna say this load right here is pushing, you know, 12, 15,000 pounds. The gross vehicle weight on the trailer empty weighs 10,000 pounds by itself. The gross vehicle weight on the trailer is like 25-ish. So, I mean, and it'll tote a lot. Okay. But the cylinder's weak and it won't dump it. Okay, so show you my setup right here. Got the jack, I got some blocks, and thankfully about being down at the wood dump is there's wood. So if I need to, I can always just take this, cut it in half with my old Cheney saw and stack that one on top of that one. And if I need more, I've got blocks up there in that toolbox. A whole bunch of them. So yeah, so then you just take it, jack this up, hit the button a little bit, you know. So yeah, I got it up that much so far. I don't know how many more times I'm gonna have to do this, but it's getting there. It's getting there. So like I said, call me redneck if you want to, but it works. Okay. I try not to overload the trailer, but like I said, job was 1 hour and 15 minutes away. You know, last load of the day. Hey, I got none but time. I mean, I would like to get home and get some supper. It's 7 o'clock now. So, you know, but I'm gonna be down here till I get this dumped out. I mean, if I had my tractor, then I could just get the tractor and do the same thing that Jack's doing, but I don't have my tractor. So, because I'm not dumping at my house. So yeah, just give it a couple jacks, push the button, let the trailer kind of level out, give it a couple more jacks, you know, and do step 1, 2, and 3, and then repeat. Go back to step 1 and repeat. So there you go. Check back with y'all here in a few. All right, so hey, I'm trying to show y'all the money shot. So also I figured out truck is in neutral with the parking brake on. That way when this dumps out, it doesn't jerk into my transmission. So going uppity up. What was that? Up. Yep, starting to come out. I'm probably going to have to pull up. But man, yeah, that's all she got on that. So yeah, well, it's because I'm sitting on top of these logs back here. Yeah, it's starting to come out. All right, hold on. I gotta take loose the cables. Hold on. There you go. Maybe y'all can see that back there. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. Cut the truck off. Now. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Yeah. That's the root ball right there. And yeah, I mean, there's still some sticks in here, but not a big deal. Probably just gonna leave these. To be honest with you, I'm gonna get a couple of these, but yeah, leaving the rest. The rest is gonna make the ride home. Not gonna fool with all that. Okay, so here's the load. So that's the root ball, and yeah, son, that's a load right there. So there's those pines earlier. So this is where I was backed up to. That's that big piece. That's another big piece. That's some of the cedar right there. Same. No, that's oak. Yeah. Okay, my bad. But yeah. Oh, and this is this hackberry we cut down as well. The storm took it over. It's well, it was split. It was all busted up. So yeah, like I said, there's the root ball. He dug it up with that excavator, and so, you know, down here, I mean, this tree it looks pretty rotten. Like very, very rotten. Yeah, I'm gonna say this tree was dead. But I mean, the top of it was, oh, there that tree is. Yeah, that hackberry that split off. There that is. But yeah, it was dead. Look, you can tell. See right there? Yep, all that dead rot. But once you, same thing there. But once you got up towards it, towards the top, I mean, that is some solid wood right there. This is a tree I would like to have some lumber out of. Oh yeah, hey, here's the stump cut right here. Yeah, see, so all this rot. Yeah, this tree was dead. All that. Oh, bad. Look, I can just take my hand and just, you know. Don't I have pretty hands? Don't I just have gorgeous, pretty hands? Get that thing off of there. Look, look, what? Oh, nope, that's blood. My bad. Oh yeah, and I got these two scars right here on my left hand. Both from chainsaw chains, by the way. Neither one of them were running. Yeah, this tree was definitely dead. But like I said, if you look up here, this is still the... Get out of there. Get out of the way, camera hog. Yeah, you can tell the outside's rotten, but I mean the center, the heart. My gosh, man, that's solid. Like, see here, I mean this outside ring, you can tell no good. And then, man, I know you can't see me, but I wish I could have shown y'all the first load that I took off, because I didn't film it, but it was, my gosh, it was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And also, I got to tell you, so I'm out here in the middle of the dump site. There's no lights really. There's a couple houses, but there's no lights. And these stars are absolutely beautiful tonight. I know they won't show up on camera, but let me I can turn this off. Yeah, okay. So I don't know what planet that is right there. But Orion is, you see that bright star right there? Okay, well, Orion is right there. Like that's that top left star. That's you know, Orion's head. Oh, I don't know. One thing about me, I love looking at the stars. Not particularly through a telescope or anything. I just like just standing here and just looking at them. And then over here, I'm pretty sure that's either Venus or Mars right there. That's super bright one right there. And then I know you can't see it over here, so, but I'm gonna tell you this way. Okay, so Orion was over there. Oh, that's a house. That's not stars. I don't know what planet that is, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. So Orion's right there, and then we turn 180 degrees, and the Big Dipper is right up there. Let me turn this light back on because you can't see the stars anyway. At least you can see where I'm pointing. Orion is like, no, I'm sorry. The Big Dipper's right up there. And then the Northern Star is right there. So, yeah, and that's an airplane. Nothing to do with stars. Airplane. Okay, so yeah. There you go. Oh, I know what I can do. I can walk over here, finish this video off. All right, there we go. Yeah, let me back up a little bit. So, trailer's dumped out. Job's done. We got paid. My buddy made some money. I made some money. It's all good. So, now it is, let's see, 7:30. I'm on, drop this trailer back down, shut the doors, go home, kiss my kids, kiss my wife, see how their days went, get a shower, some supper. I don't know what she made. I'm really excited about that. You know, Abby loves to cook. Abby about that cooking. She's a cook, I'm gonna tell you. So, yeah. And wake up and do it again tomorrow. Hey, it's what we love. So, yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's gonna finish this one off. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Remember, Jesus loves you. He really does. Yes, he does. I know. He does. I don't know why I said it in that voice, but he does. Okay. All right. Hey, deuces, homies.